Sand had never felt so soft. It was strange, unnerving, and delicious all at once. For someone accustomed to the gritty, pebbly, sometimes stabby sand of the Upper East Coast, the nearly white expanse covering the beach that butted against the Gulf of Mexico felt wrong, and criminally right. It didn't feel like sand at all. More like flour. No, confectioner's sugar. Whatever the proper comparison, it was decadent. And the tension in Allison's shoulders began to unknot as she continued digging her bare toes into the piles she'd shoved together with her heels. She shifted her gaze from her feet, toes recently painted the bright pink of her childhood dreams, to the elderly couple walking slowly in the gentle lap of the surf. One man kept his hand steady on the other's lower back. Their heads were bent close together, each covered in a faded baseball hat. And every few steps, one man would throw his head back in laughter, while the other looked on, clearly pleased he still had that effect on his partner. A dying ember of hope flickered deep within Allison. She smiled, caught herself, and scowled. Within the space of a breath, the ember was extinguished. It was nearly 5:15 p.m., and the sun was beginning to sink lower in the cloud-streaked sky. By instinct, Allison rubbed her bare arms, then laughed. Shaking off the habits of real winters would take time. Colliding thoughts of time and habits tied a quick ribbon around her lungs, its bow punctuating her breath with a stinging gasp. So many habits to break, and all the time in the world to create new ones. She pushed her feet deeper into the sand and locked her gaze on the horizon, now glowing gold. She'd prefer not to create new habits. Well, scratch that. New good habits were fine. New bad habits, ones she would need to strike out, scrub away, scour off, those she could do without. It seemed to Allison, however, that she was an expert at forming new bad habits. She'd made a list of them. A slightly mad, bulleted rundown of all her failings from the age of 20. She was in her mid-30s when she'd created that list, fully in the embrace of a terrible breakup alongside the reappearance of an ex she had no business even speaking to. Naturally, they'd done more than speak, which had summoned 6 new bolded items to the list. Now that she was nearing 42, the list required several pages.